Hello, everyone, for OneWrestling.com. Bill Apter, Big Ray. Again, it is the holiday time, and we both said, without telling each other, what would the biggest thing to happen in 2014 be in sports entertainment and pro wrestling. So you told me I could go first this time. All right. Now, I don't know what your idea is, but I'm going to tell you what I'd like to see. All right. I have to take this headphone out, okay?
Sure.
And move back a little bit.
Okay.
What you gonna do, brother, when the Hulkster and the Pythons run all over you, brother? WrestleMania 30. That's... Hold on, Big Ray. Wait a minute. Move back.
What you gonna do, brother, when Hulkamania runs wild on you, dude?
I can't believe we had this. I can't believe we had the exact same. Wow, wouldn't that be amazing if Hogan comes back for WrestleMania 30?
I got to tell you, Bill. I actually see it in my dreams, sir. I have a feeling that Hulk Hogan is coming back to the WWE, and I have a good feeling that he's coming back really soon. Let's say around March, April.
Well, let me tell you something. A lot of people are saying they do not want Hulk Hogan back in the ring again. That he's, he's not really ready to get back in. They talk about his age and his physical shape. I think, in my opinion, no matter what part, what role they give to Hulk Hogan, even just to come out and make an appearance, I think the roof will blow off the Superdome.
You see, this is my opinion, Bill. These are the same people that if they were sitting in the arena and Hulk Hogan walked down that aisle, tore off that shirt, would lose their tops. The fact is, Hulk Hogan is the greatest sports entertainer of all time, Bill. So the fact is, yes, Hulk Hogan will always get a huge pop because he's Hulk Hogan.
What a lot of people don't realize, and I interviewed him, and what a lot of people don't realize is that before Hulk Hogan, pro wrestling was more of pro wrestling, so to say. He and Vince McMahon together injected that sports entertainment, and it ran wild, and it brought us to where we are today. And a lot of fans love it. A lot of fans don't like it, but you cannot argue with the fact that Hulkamania was the initial process to make the business into this huge international phenom.
Well, I got to tell you something, Bill. I honestly feel that a lot of the wrestlers today that are making the salaries that they make today and are selling the merchandise they do today have to thank the good Lord above and also the red and the yellow for paving the way. The fact is that Hulk Hogan, like you said, Vince McMahon and Hulk Hogan established themselves in this world that we call now sports entertainment. If it wasn't for Hulk Hogan, Bill, the fact is we may still be watching two guys wrestling in the ring for over 2 hours at a time. Now we sit down, we watch a 2-hour show.
An hour at a time.
Well,
so usually 1 hour.
I've seen some really good 2-hour matches between Ric Flair and Ricky Steamboat. But the fact is that, as a fan, Bill, as a fan...
we're going to get a lot of comments on Ricky Steamboat against Ric Flair in a 2-hour match. I've never seen that. Come on.
Let me tell you something. Hulk Hogan is the greatest sports entertainer, like I said before, and you have to pay respects to listen, when I was a kid...
Well, he was the pioneer of sports entertainment. When they talk about the various pioneers of certain things that happened in the wrestling entertainment business, he was really the first person to be that well-known sports entertainer who broke out into movies and TV and Johnny Carson's show, and everybody knew who he was and still does know who he is.
Well, the fact is this. When I was a child, I got to see Bruno Sammartino make his comeback with Roddy Piper live at Madison Square Garden, and myself as a child remembering the pop that Bruno Sammartino got when he went after Roddy Piper, and he finally made that official comeback after being out of wrestling for so long. See, in wrestling, age doesn't matter, my friend, and you got to know the truth. Age does not matter. My honest opinion, when you're as charismatic, when you're as great an entertainer as Hulk Hogan is,
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
there's always a way to do it. If it's just a
Always.
body slam off the ropes, a leg
Anything.
drop, one,
Anything.
two, three. I mean that anything. And but to see him at WrestleMania 30 in 2014, that would be like we were talking about. What is your dream to happen in the business? For
Yep.
2014, and it's amazing how we both had the same idea. One other thing I want to discuss with you, by
What's
the
up?
way, um, and again, we're taping this on Christmas Eve. Okay, so let's put this into a time frame so people don't say, "Oh my God, you guys don't know about this, or you talked about it." But it's been announced, of course, that in January, Dave Batista, is coming back to the WWE. I am psyched. I think it's absolutely great. The talk is the buzz from the people who have tweeted me, who have Facebooked me, who have talked to me out on the streets of New York City and Philadelphia. Is Batista the man that's going to come back to end the streak of the Undertaker and eventually start his own streak? What do you think?
Wow. If my gosh, I always actually saw, or I've always seen John Cena being the one, being the true face of the WWE, ending the streak of the Undertaker. That's an interesting twist, and I got to be honest with you, David Batista will definitely shake things up, and he is bringing back believability to the ring, just like Brock Lesnar. Can you imagine a match between Brock Lesnar and David Batista, let's say at WrestleMania?
Well,
If
two guys, of course, that have both tried their hands at MMA.
Oh, that I would. I'll be honest with you. I would be a little. My personal opinion. I would be more interested in seeing a Dave Batista, Brock Lesnar no holds barred match than actually see David Batista try to end the streak of the Undertaker. I
No,
personally,
I want to see Undertaker against Batista. I
well,
think that would be awesome.
for me personally, I think if there's anyone to end the Undertaker streak, it should be the guy that's carried the company for the last 10 years, and I think that's John Cena.
Very, very interesting. Either that or perhaps Vince McMahon will come out of retirement and end the streak himself.
Let me tell you something, buddy. I wouldn't be surprised if Bruno could strap on the tights and take down the Undertaker. He's still in fantastic shape.
You know what? I can get him on the phone very quickly and possibly discuss that comeback with him. But you know what? You know what? I think there is a possibility that the Undertaker's streak may not end at WrestleMania 30.
Well, I let me tell you something. Like I said, the Undertaker he actually wrestles about once a year. He's maintained himself and he's maintained a good physical condition over the last couple of years. From what I've heard, over the last
Yeah,
year,
yeah,
he's actually
yeah.
gotten a lot healthier. He's lost some weight,
Yeah,
and
he's rested up.
he's well rested. I could see the Undertaker. If the Undertaker faces Batista, I will call it right now. The Undertaker streak will continue. If the Undertaker faces John Cena, I think that streak would come to an end.
And you know what I think? I think WrestleMania 30, the Undertaker streak remains solid no matter who he faces, and that's his finale at WrestleMania.
Well, I got to tell you, that's the thing about professional wrestling. We can never totally predict exactly what's going to happen, and that's why we ask you guys out there at OneWrestling.com or YouTube /OneWrestlingVideo to leave your comments here below. We want to hear from you guys. Is that right, Bill?
Always, and I remember the words of one of my favorite broadcasters, Bill Cardell, who used to be the broadcaster from WWF, actually before that, when he used to say professional wrestling, the place where anything can happen, and it usually does. I can't wait for 2014. Hopefully, we will see Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 30, and let's see what happens with the streak of The Undertaker. This is Bill Apter.
This is Big Ray.
And you ready? One, two, three. We'll see
We'll see
you
you at the matches.
Hey, that was pretty good, Big Ray.
Well,
I
thank you,
like how
sir.
you say that.
I learned from the best.
The greatest of all time. You are. And thank you, everybody. You
Yeah.
fans are fabulous. Thanks for supporting us again.
Peace.